To divide two fractions, AB divided by CD, the rule is that you take AB and multiply by DC. You flip the second fraction. So how can you motivate this formula? Yeah, if you go to the definition of division in the following way. So this number here, what does it mean? It means this is the number you should multiply the denominator with to get the numerator. So this number here is the number you should put here to make this work. That's a definition of division you can use. Okay, so what number should we put here so this works? Yes, we can try this one. And if this works, then we know that this must be equal to this one, per definition. So let's take a concrete example, with concrete numbers. So let's look at 2/3 divided by 4/5. Okay, so then we have CD here is 4/5. And AB is 2/3. So what should we put here? Yeah, we should try this one. And if you look at here, then this is 2/3 multiplied by DC, and that's 5/4. So let us try here if this works here. So that means if I put that number here, do I get 2/3? If I multiply 4/5 with this, do I get 2/3? If that is the case, then I have found that this is equal to this. Okay, so let us try. Let's see if this is equal to 2/3. So I put this here. And what do I get? Now I'm allowed to use multiplication rule for two fractions. And if you want to know how to motivate that, there is another video on how to motivate that rule. So what can we do here? If we see here there's 4/5 and 5/4. If you multiply these two, and here we can of course arrange the numbers in any order we like, because commutativity of numbers. So these two, if we multiply these two, what do we get? Yeah, we will get 1. And why is that? Yeah, 4/5 multiplied by 5/4. We can of course write this as using multiplication rules, this. And this must be 1. These two numbers up and down are equal. So this times this is 1, and this just becomes 2/3. And that was what we wanted to show. So that means that this number here works if we put it here. So 4/5 multiplied by this gets 2/3. And that means per definition that this number must be equal to this one. And this is just a concrete case of this one we are now motivated. And of course we could have chosen any other numbers here instead. We can also show it with the figure here. So we see that in the purple here we have 4/5. We have 4/5 of 1 whole. So that's this part, 4/5. Now we want to multiply by this. This is the number we wanted to try. So let's see if we multiply this, if we get 2/3. Then we have found that this is the right number. So 4/5 multiplied by this. Okay, first of all we see that 5/4 times 4/5, that's equal to 1, according to this. So first we get 1. And then we just have remain 2/3 we should multiply also. And if you multiply this by 2/3, we get this one. And that was what we were supposed to get, 2/3. So that means that this number here must be equal to this number, per definition. And that is just a special case of this rule.